So of course this thing is not working now. Hold on 1 second. All right. So after yesterday's pop, we left the gap, and like I was showing yesterday, we left a lot of poor structure. And now we're trading at the top of the range. We cleaned some of the single prints that we had from this session, and we popped above. We looked above the 50 moving average and came back down below it during the overnight session. We were also trading above yesterday's high, and now we're trading inside the range. So we're not opening with a gap, but we are open above value. So what I'm gonna be looking for is how we accept or reject yesterday's value. So if we start trading below yesterday's value, and you can see better in this profile, right? Value area high is right here at 59.91. So if we start trading below it and accept below it, then we are likely to attempt to take the overnight low, half back, and then eventually value area low. You can see that their sellers are trying. You can see the point of control down here. There's excess on the upside, but there's not much to the downside. I mean, there is excess, but it's comparatively, we don't have a even distribution. So, you know, traders are looking to retest yesterday's value area low. I think if they're not able, then I'm gonna be looking for a move above yesterday's high and a continuation of this move, finish up cleaning up the single prints, and then target the upper levels. You can see that there's a little bit of a low volume here, 28. That's where the single prints end. If we get above that, then 60-40 is my next level, and then at that point I would look for a move to continue to retest the previous week's high. I don't know if we're gonna get there. We're at a resistance area. You can see the profile here, that's the top of the range. So if we cannot get above the 50, then we're likely gonna test value area low and then retest that 59.50 20-day point of control. And then at that point, if we cannot hold above 59.50, then I think we're gonna start attempting to close the gap and come back to the scene of the crime, clean up that poor structure from yesterday, and then from there we'll see what happens. I mean, it's too soon to tell. That's a big drop if that happens today, but in this market nothing surprises me. But right now we have it's gonna be hard to move down too much. I think tomorrow we have open OPEX, so options expirations, so we might get that move between today and tomorrow, and if we don't get a move down, then we might squeeze higher and get to the SPX 6,000 strike again, which is about 50 points above here, so above from here, so it's around this 60-40, 60-50. And do we have any news today? I didn't check that. We had some news earlier, but now we have some housing market index and Bank of America earnings called, and then a 4-week bill auction. Then tomorrow we have some more stuff plus OPEX. So we still have plenty of volatility for the next couple of days. Let's see. Crude hit our 78.80 target that I mentioned a few days ago. You can see a lot of volume here, just below that, but still the move is higher. I have some references up here that we haven't tested yet, and then above that there's really not much. So we can look at a weekly chart, but just, you know, for now we haven't found the spot other than this area where we have found acceptance. So still trending up. In the event that sellers start taking control, look, I'm gonna look for this area to be retested, the 76.20 to 76.80. And gold is attempting now to break that resistance area that I've had marked for a while. If it breaks it and holds above it, target becomes 27.78, and then if we attempt to break above it then fail, then first test to the downside, first target is 27.05, and then below that is 26.80, and then at that point it will be if it doesn't hold, if this doesn't hold, then move down to the bottom of the range, which is in this area, the 26.10 to 26.30. Okay, I think that's about it. NQ is same structure as ES. If we are able to move above the overnight high, then I'm gonna be looking for 21,750, which is that high volume node right there. But like I said, we're in a resistance area, and if we start moving down inside yesterday's range, target becomes the overnight low, which coincides with a 20-day point of control. And then from there, we also have the same scenario, poor structure, and then that gap that fills at 21,129.75. All right, good luck.